How you guys doing? How you guys doing again?
What can I help you with?
What can I help you with, sir? I need
Absolutely
to know
nothing.
what are you guys doing?
I asked you, what can I help you with?
I had a complaint, so I'm following up on it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to stop you.
What are we doing? That's what I'm asking. Are you guys here at the church, or what are we doing?
This is Pigpen, son of Jason Gutter Trash, the garden gnome. I'm going to fast forward.
So is there a problem taking pictures on the sidewalk? He's not going to talk now. Give me a taste of my own medicine. Good for him.
436, please.
Figured I'd try to get him to incriminate himself.
Notice how Mr. Gutter Trash, the garden gnome, he doesn't like it when people give him a taste of his own medicine. Oh, yeah, he's not going to talk to me. Taste my own medicine. Yeah, he gets deeply offended when people treat him the way that he treats others. But that's the way he is.
Keep that same energy. You don't have to talk.
That's fine.
79.
Get someone here a little bit more experienced than me, then they can talk to you.
Somebody more experienced than you?
Someone, that's what I said. Yeah.
Experience in what? Dealing with people with cameras?
Dealing with people with cameras. Same energy, sir.
Very good. I don't know why I'm being harassed out on a public side. Oh, okay.
Cameras?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Across from the school with cameras?
Yeah.
All right. So what does that mean?
Well, to be honest with you, there's actually a Florida statute in reference to the 500-foot safety zone of the schools.
Okay.
And we're just trying to figure out who's... You have to admit that you're kind of suspicious looking out here across from school,
You
right?
think I'm suspicious looking?
Well, not you personally, sir. Your activities.
I'm working on a video about UPS.
Okay, well, that's all you had to tell the man. That's what he was asking.
Okay, he is across the street from two schools, actually. I think a middle school and a high school. He did capture those in his video, okay. And he did videotape some of the children from the school. Not saying that's a big deal, but he says he never did it. Once again, Gutter Trash, our convict, he's a liar.
Well, I think it's obvious. I don't have to tell. I actually don't have to tell him anything. I don't have to tell you anything. I'm trying to be courteous with you.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm being rude to you at all, sir.
I didn't say you were.
Okay.
Hey, can I ask name and badge number, please?
Yeah, actually, I'm Sergeant Granger, number 48.
Okay.
43,
And can I get your
43.
43. Can I get your name and badge number there?
Swan, 128.
I couldn't hear you last name.
Derek Swan, 128.
Thank
so
you,
you'll
sir.
know, the guy from UPS, he called me on my phone. So,
Well, then why don't you go speak to him?
sir, I came out to speak to you. You would not answer. You're saying more now than you did earlier. No one would say anything, so I called myself.
You're saying more now than you were saying earlier as well. Yeah, you are. Well, it's all on video. So, can I help you gentlemen with anything?
No, we're just trying to figure out what was going on, sir. You're across the street from the school, and the Florida statute actually forbids people from being within 500 feet of the school without legitimate purpose.
That's not true.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
So every one of these cars driving down this street that doesn't have a legitimate purpose at the school is violating a statute?
They have legitimate purpose, sir. They're picking these kids up from school.
Not every one of them going down this street.
Okay. Okay. There actually is a statute in reference to that. And if you would like, I can get you the statute.
So
number.
anybody that does not have a legitimate purpose with what? With the school or just a legitimate purpose in life?
Legitimate business being around the school.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. That's all we're trying to do is establish that. We're looking out for the safety of the
Well,
kids.
do you know what the statute number is on that?
No, but I can look it up for you.
Yeah,
if
I'd
you'd
love
like
to read it.
Absolutely.
Sure, appreciate you. Thank you. Got a Florida statute. You can't be within 500 feet of a school without legitimate purpose. That doesn't sound very constitutional. That sound constitutional to you, sir?
There's the garden gnome bothering the police.
Safety concern here with the way he's parked.
And since when have you been concerned about safety? Not when you were managing that seed bag hotel of yours.
Can I get you to do me a favor before we continue this conversation?
Absolutely.
Can you just move over a couple of feet so all these people don't have to go into the opposing lane of traffic?
Florida statute 810.0975.
I'm happy to talk to you, but can you just move it over? All these
Sir,
vehicles are going into...
Okay, garden gnome has no business talking about safety. He committed a lot of violations, wouldn't correct them when he was doing that seed bag motel when he was in New York. He held the job for less than a year. He was also kicked out of the volunteer fire department. Volunteer fire department, and he was kicked out, and they told him, to leave, and they said, "You're dismissed. Go kick rocks." And that's where he gets that from. Okay, you're dismissed. Kick rocks. Toodaloo, off you go. He's just mimicking what someone told him when he was kicked out, and he was actually fired for cause. And I'm getting my information from subscribers or people that are giving me that information.
...to the opposing lane of traffic.
I'm telling you what the statute
If you're
number
worried
is
about
that you're
safety. All right, you've given it to me.
Okay.
That's just for my reference. I'm not violating your statute.
No, that actually is a statute that you're in violation of.
I'm not in violation of
Okay.
any statute.
Okay, look, what we're
I'm
going to
here.
do...
I have a legitimate business purpose.
Okay, and what is
I'm
that? That's what
working
we're
on a
trying to figure
story about you. I'm obviously a videographer.
Okay.
I'm a photojournalist, and I'm working on a story about UPS.
No, you're not a photojournalist. You're a convict. Now, one thing he does bring out is that his son's 17. But previously his son was 18, but now he's 17 again. So, anyway, and he says he wasn't filming the schools. Well, actually he did.
Yes. Never filmed over at the school for a second.
Again, liar. Okay, one other thing I want to bring out, too, is he's going to tell you that there's no such thing as a government press pass. Well, here's one for the White House, and here's one from Colorado, a working press pass. There are more examples, of course, but he says, there's no such thing as a government press pass. Bullshit. And Garden Gnome is lying again.
So I have a very legitimate purpose. I'm not violating your statute.
Do you have your ID so we can verify?
You don't need my ID to verify anything. I'm not violating your statute. You know I'm not.
Actually, you are, sir.
No, I'm not.
Actually, you are.
No. Where was I aiming my camera when you pulled up?
Whenever I pulled up, you were down the street. I have no idea that.
Aiming at the UPS building. You know what I was doing. It's on your camera, too.
I don't even have a camera on that car.
No, well, I have a camera, and so does he.
Okay.
So, am I being detained right now?
No, you're not being detained.
All right. All right, well, then you gentlemen have a good day, and I would appreciate if you moved this out of the street. You seriously, look, the school bus is going into a second lane of traffic. That's more of a safety concern than a guy out here with a camera taking pictures of UPS. So, I'd appreciate it if you would make this a safe place.
Did you video across at the school?
No, he didn't video mode.
No. No, I did not. No. So, that's the end of that story.
Actually, I think that's the high school in the background at the far
we got 3
right.
more vehicles here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's a part of the high school, and I think the middle school as well. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, he's just filming, but he is behaving like an asshole, and he's doing criminal
Did
surveillance.
the UPS folks contract you to come out and do something with them, sir?
That's irrelevant. So who's our highest ranking officer here that I can have a conversation with?
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
That'd
Okay,
be me.
very good.
Yes, sir.
Well, so what can I help you with?
At this point, you are in violation of Florida Statute 810.
I am not in violation of any
0975.
For standing here taking pictures of UPS.
No.
I'm a photojournalist working on a story. Just to give you a little. You want to go with the school thing? This is my son.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not out here with my son doing anything nefarious.
Sir, I've asked
I'm
you
out
for
here
credentials.
working.
If you could provide credentials.
You told me I'm not being detained and I'm not breaking any laws, so I don't feel like I have any reason to give you any credentials.
Because you don't have any credentials.
What would be the purpose of that? I literally am standing here with my camera facing that way, working on a story about UPS, and you gentlemen have all decided to come here and harass.
Yeah, but you've actually filmed the school as well. Now, here's one of the things we're going to run into. In Georgia, we called it no harm, no foul. And that means there's a lot of laws that people break, but they're really not hurting anything. For example, I'd be working on the street, and maybe it's 2 a.m. and somebody blows over through a stop sign or something. No big deal, no harm's done, so what? And we just kind of let it go under no harm, no foul. That's just, it's not a policy. It's not law or anything like that, but that's just a concept that we exercised. And a lot of district attorneys exercise it, a lot of states exercise it. If you're breaking a minor law, a lot of time they'll throw it out. They don't care. I mean, it's too minor to fool with is basically what we got going on. Now, another thing I did when I was a Leo, if I didn't have enough evidence or I didn't have a strong enough case to make it stick, I let it go. So this, let's face it, Jason Gutter Trash, the garden gnome, he's a piece of garbage, okay? We got it. But the thing is, what he's doing here, he is behaving like an asshole and yada, 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 yada. They could probably cite him on a few other things. He is interfering with the police investigation. He is committing obstruction. But they ought to hit him with some more crimes than just, he's near a school. Because district attorney's going to throw that one out, basically. And under the no harm, no foul concept.
Harass me today. That's what's going on.
Well, we didn't just decide
just because they don't know, they want to know why I'm here. That's up to them. You know, that's. I don't have any lawful reason to explain myself to anybody.
Other than the fact that you're across from 2 schools.
And realize that this is UPS. It's not a post office. It's UPS. So he's also bothering the private industry. UPS had the sense to call the cops, and these cops seem to be, let's say they're pushy as compared to the other cops that are like, oh, well, I guess I'll tuck my tail between my legs and walk away. Okay, these cops are more legitimate than what we've been used to seeing.
What does the statute say? The statute says be around a school without a lawful purpose. Now, the reason for that statute is to prevent people from doing nefarious things around school property.
You're exactly right. I agree with that.
I am a photojournalist working on a story, and I am out here taking video of a neighboring.
And you're lying again and again, garden gnome. You're a liar, and you have no credentials. That's why you're refusing to show them.
Sir,
I don't have what credentials would you like?
to prove that you're a journalist.
What would that look like?
I have no idea. Show me some kind of credentials.
There is no such thing.
There is such a thing, and I proved that earlier. And Garden Gnome, you're a liar.
The government does not issue press passes.
You're a liar, okay? And you're a convict, okay? So let's just get that out of the way right now.
There's no such thing. I could print one up on my computer and show it to you. There's
And you haven't done that even.
no such thing as a press pass.
Yes, there is, okay? Let's all agree that Jason Gutter Trash is a liar, and he's there for nefarious purposes, and that needs to be brought up.
Okay.
I've explained to you what I'm doing. I told you what I'm doing.
No, you haven't.
Okay. Is this the mountain you're going to die on, sir?
What do you mean is that the mountain I'm going to die
They
on?
can put you in jail. You're in violation
For
of
what?
the statute.
So what would you like me to tell? So under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID if
I
that's
want
what
you
you
to
want.
leave. That's all I'm asking you to do is leave the premises of these schools.
So you're going to throw me? I'm not on the school premises. I'm across the street,
You're within
sir,
500 feet, as I've already explained to you, the school safety.
with a legitimate business purpose. Sir, I'll give you my. Wait, hold on.
No,
I
no,
told you.
get your hand out of your pocket.
Okay, so he goes to jail. He spends about 6 hours in the joint. He and his son are in the pokey for about 6 hours, and then they get a bond for $250 or something like that. He hires a lawyer, and the lawyer talks to the DA, and they drop the charges. Now he's going to sue the policeman and the department and yada, yada, yada. I would encourage the city council not to settle. Now, if they settle and give him a settlement, Gutter Trash wins, okay? That's all there is to it. It's one thing to drop the charges, but he's already got a criminal history, and he has an arrest record, and he spent time in the joint. Okay, we got that. All right. He always says, well, I've never been arrested in my life. Yeah, he has. And so is his son. He says, oh, I'm 51 years old and I've never been arrested. Well, again, he's lying. But the fact is, now I would hope that the city council does not settle. Yeah, take it to court, bring this stuff up. And while you're at it, throw on some additional charges. Okay, so he was let go on one charge, but when he sues and you bring it up in court, throw on some more charges, and you can do that. The city council more than likely is going to just settle, and Gutter Trash will emerge victorious. And then the police are going to be like, well, guess I'll go back to the Jay Leno Police Academy.